ISIS bride in my mind. She's the one who left Britain nearly 16 to go to Syria and took part in terrible things. Shamima Begum could be heading back to the UK because she's trying to pay people smugglers to get out of a detention camp and come here on a small boat.
Well, of course, Andrew's talking about the woman who fled the UK when she was 15, Shamima Begum, and she's been kept in various camps in Syria since 2019. And the journalist, not that we're biased, Andrew Drury has interviewed Shamima Begum 6 times. He's joining us now. Good morning, Andrew. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, in my view, this is an extremely complex case. I can completely understand the argument that she should not return here for security reasons, but nevertheless, she was a child when she went to Syria with other children, and there potentially should be a degree of sympathy for her plight, at least in that time. What do you think is the right process for dealing with Shamima Begum at this stage?
I'm glad you think she's got a right to come back, because I don't. I mean, I know about.
No, I don't think she's got a right to come back. I'm saying that the circumstances in which she left deserve a degree of sympathy.
Not in my view. I think the crimes that she committed whilst in Syria outweigh that. You can't use your age at 15. When she committed the crimes in Syria, there are victims over there, remember? There's victims. I met them in the camps. She's known for sewing a suicide vest. She's known for being part of the religious police. So I mean, she's got victims over there. Feel sorry for them, not for her.
Can't two things be true at once, Andrew? She was groomed as a child and then she went on to commit horrendous crimes. Cannot two things be true at the same time?
Yeah, but I think, yeah, they can be true, and they probably are. But there again, you're then presuming that she was groomed online, and this isn't just a belief from a young age of growing up. So this grooming word is quite complex. She didn't sit on videos. She spoke to me. I sat on a concrete slab outside a tent where she went into the situation. I said, were you groomed online? Were you watching online videos? I mean, I've met her. No, she didn't. This girl's manipulative, and she's not as kind of this wafy girl that the left wing like to portray. She's not this nice girl, this poor little girl, poor innocent girl at school that watched nasty videos online. She's not. She's not
Andrew,
like that. That's not her character.
Andrew, my worry would be if she came back here. She was so heavily indoctrinated, so radicalised that her heart may still be filled with hate, and I wouldn't want her living in my street.
But no, and also you must be aware that some of those girls in there are still speaking to ISIS splinter cells now. So the camp that we're involved with the camp regularly, day to day. So the ladies in charge of the camp said to us the phones have been taken off of some of these girls are still speaking to ISIS. They still doing that. How do we know she's not one of those? And she's a manipulator. I mean, I know her better than anybody. There's nobody in the news media or anybody else that knows her better than I do. I've sat down and spoken to her. I actually sympathised with her at the beginning. I had that belief that she was radicalised. And over a period of 3 years of interviewing her, I saw what's behind those eyes. She's not this innocent character. She's not this poor creature that's been, I don't know, drawn into some cult and sexually trafficked. She wanted to be there. She really did. And these messages she sent me just recently, or Hoda sent me, a best mate, indicate really that she hasn't changed. She's still trying to manipulate people. She's trying to manipulate me to give her money.
What do the messages say?
Well, it started a while ago. She for the last 2 years, I haven't seen her, but she's been sending me messages from the camp. Generally, they're fishing to get me to strike up a conversation with her. But the recent ones were, it started innocently, and then it went on to say, look, if you want to interview, you can be the only one that's got Shamima. When she leaves the camp, if you give her 35,000, that's how it started, Andrew. It started at 35,000, and then I said that that's immoral. You can't do that, and I'm not prepared to do it. And then she started referring to money as mints and jelly babies. If you look at my interviews, she was saying, well, I can reduce it down to 15,000 because I've got somebody you can give the money to outside the camp. And then what they'll do is they'll then take us out of the camp, get us to into Turkey, and that's when we'll go to we'll claim asylum inside Turkey. We'll go to our embassies and claim asylum. So they've already got somebody ready to get them out. I mean, this heavy weight on my shoulders having this information. Believe me, I didn't want this news story to come out. I went through the process of speaking to my local MP, who did nothing, just sent me back and said, speak to the police commissioner. I then went to the intelligence services, gave them the information. All that was an answer phone service that they ignored. Then I went to my mate Richard, who's got people in Westminster. They ignored it, both Conservative and Labour. You know, we've got potentially people being smuggled out of prison camps, and our government don't care. They really don't care. Our information's just left.
Yeah. Andrew, I'm so sorry. We're going to have to leave it there, but thank you so much for your time this morning. That's journalist Andrew Drury.
Blood money.
I know, absolutely. Well, I wonder what the
and
chances...
just remember, she was just 3 months from her 16th birthday. This government is giving the vote to 16-year-olds because they think they're adults.
Yeah,
So
but you cannot have it both ways.
She was 3 months from being an adult in the eyes of our Prime Minister, so she can stay where she is. She can rot there for all I care.
Well, coming up, Justice Secretary